So I'm here by myself in the hangar.
Okay, you ready?
I'm talking to myself on Hangar Talk this week. This is going to be a really one-sided interview, gentlemen.
Hey, Kevin.
Mike, good to see you.
How's it going?
It's going excellent, going well. How are you?
Good. I thought I'd drop in and talk to you about that interview we were going to do.
Absolutely.
We're going to talk about cats and you know, how you guys got started. So welcome, gentlemen. I want to ask, first of all, what is owner approval and how does your company deal with owner approval?
So owner approval in the traditional Canadian aviation marketplace is a product of aircraft management. It requires the third-party brokering or chartering the aircraft to seek first-party owner approval for that product.
In your model?
In our model, we have free, open, available access, 100% commercially available.
So there's no, I'll call you back, you're going to give them an answer before that phone call's done.
Schedule permitting, we can book a aircraft as far as a year out or 2 hours out.
So things are always changing in aviation, including the scenery.
Absolutely. And you know what? That's what makes it exciting. Every day is a new adventure, and it keeps us going. It's kept most of us thoroughbred racehorses in aviation.
With the airplanes that you have, what's a normal trip? What's an average trip on the airplanes that you guys are using?
Less than 1,000 nautical miles. So hub and spoke, Montreal, Ottawa, New York.
So this is your flagship, isn't it?
This is the newest evolution in the CATS repertoire. We've expanded from the short haul light jet market into the new the fleet offering with the mid cabin class long range, and we found exceptional value with an exceptional broker, and we were glad to have made that deal happen. Here we are at Hangar Talk, very verklempt.
Let's say take an average trip, call it New York. So I have a family member that passes away in New York. I have to get there for a funeral. I need to go the next day. I call you and I call the airlines for tickets. What's the difference going to be?
Well, you'd be shocked actually. We can offer a 6-passenger Premier 1A to go to New York and return for $7,500.
And what do you think the airline's going to charge?
On a last-minute basis, even for economy class tickets, you'd be probably looking closer to $10,000 plus.
Wow. Okay, how do you guys accomplish that?
Basically through aircraft ownership. We cost control every part of our operation, from not just the capital of the asset itself, but all the way through operations, the support systems that we utilize internally, the software, and the people.
Why he chose the Premier?
Oh yeah.
It chose me.
So
Are we going this way?
Yeah, just let it drag behind you.
Right.
Just don't trip over. So the first airplane you guys had was a Premier, right?
Yes, the Premier 1A.
And it's a lot different, smaller than this airplane. It's got
Significantly,
smaller engines.
absolutely.
Okay. Why did you choose the Premier 1A to start?
It fit a niche market, Mike. It was one of the largest cabins in its class for the VLJ market, so the very light jet market, anything under 12,500 pounds, which allows for some unique characteristics, both in the charter market, the ownership market, from single pilot certification. And we chose it over all of its competitors in its class. Our competitive advantages include everything from, as PJ mentioned, largest cabin size, fastest cruising speed, largest baggage capacity.
Okay, so you're broaching sort of you know, with a larger cabin, I'm sure that it's capable of more than just, you know, runs to New York. So you must be doing multiple stage trips for clients as well?
Correct.
You know, the Premier, not just in a class for short haul efficiency and economics, but you know, if you can structure, we put together a program for Roadshow, where we were able to accomplish 8 major Canadian cities in the span of 3 days with 4 traveling executives.
Or something like that?
No, business presentations. It was
Business
a new product release from the financial markets, and they wanted to hit all the major cities. When they looked at accomplishing that program via airlines, that was going to take 4 executives out of the office for almost 12 days.
Best case scenario on a call is somebody who has all of their arrangements already laid out, know what they want to pay, and are ready to pay.
Okay, so from a business standpoint, you know, you've found a market and you've nailed it. From a personal standpoint, obviously the last minute stuff, there's a distinct advantage there.
Yeah.
What about for personal travel, like golf trips and family trips, or even, you know, do you get like boys' weekends, let's go to Vegas sort of
I'd
stuff?
say 50% of our trips are personal trips and 50% are business. We do a lot of golf trips for a foursome down to South Carolina, North Carolina. We'll do family trips into Florida, taking kids to Disney World.
Okay. And have the planes, you know, always been, are the clients good at respecting the airplanes?
Absolutely.
Yeah. It's wholly owned by your company.
It is.
It's an asset of your company. You're chartering it out on a regular basis.
Yes.
And is the owner using it? Is it
The owner doesn't have as much access as he would maybe like on a private basis. It was purchased for the capacity of commercial operations, and we've made tremendous use of that so far.
You never told me, like, what year did you get into this company?
Well, you know what, Mike? CATS was founded about 4 years ago, and it started with a simple phone call and evolved into a business plan, and here we are 4 years later with 4 aircraft and an office full of people.
What distinguishes the company from its competitors, and where do you see the company in 4 to 5 years?
Well, one major difference is we own our entire fleet. We do not manage our fleet, which means we eliminate the need for owner approval. We control the cost and availability.
Okay, and where do you see the company in 4 to 5 years?
Continued growth. We've added upwards of 1 aircraft every 12 months since our initial operation. And the anticipation is to continue to add both into the mid-cabin range, long-range aircraft, as well as the VLJ market with the premiers.
And you're going to continue the ownership model?
Absolutely.
You're damn right.
This is like the deconstruction of the scene. If you run this interview in reverse and they reconstruct the whole scene, it's going to look awesome.
Yes.
Hey?
So should we talk backwards?
It'll be like,